Brought to you by Penguin.
The Things We Left Unsaid by Emma Kennedy. Read by Emma Kennedy. Part 1. Nothing is ever really lost to us, as long as we remember it. L. M. Montgomery. Chapter 1. Then, September 1964. Eleanor was packing. She had a ticket for the 9:42 to Paddington, and she couldn't be late. "Do you think you'll have sexual intercourse?" Agnes was lying belly down on the bed, behind Eleanor's suitcase. Her arms were stretched out above her head, her face pressed into the eiderdown. She said the words as if she'd only just learned them. "Don't be coarse, Agnes." Eleanor turned and looked at the pile of jumpers. She wasn't sure how many to take. "I'm not being coarse. I'm thinking about all the things that might ruin you, like being mauled by a bear or being crushed by falling masonry or having sexual intercourse." Eleanor frowned. "You have the most vivid imagination of anyone I know. Mauled by a bear?" "Exit, chased by bear, that's Shakespeare, so you know, you might," said Agnes, turning her face sideways. "Do you think by the time you come back I'll be as tall as this bed?" Eleanor glanced down at her little sister, stretched out to her limits. "Only if you grow at least 2 feet in the next 9 weeks, which is unlikely." Agnes gave a small huff and pushed herself up. "So frustrating. As soon as I'm as tall as you, I can wear all your clothes. No, you cannot, and when I'm not here, don't try." Eleanor picked up a heap of socks from a washing basket and began to sort them into pairs. Agnes dangled her legs off the edge of the bed and peered into Eleanor's suitcase. "Are you sure you're taking enough? You're going to be gone for ages." "I don't know, but I've only got 1 suitcase, and I've got to fit books in as well. I'll take 2 of everything except for socks and knickers. I'll take 7 pairs of those." "Are you going to miss me?" Agnes looked up, hopeful. "Not in the least." Agnes's face fell. "That's disappointing. I think I shall miss you terribly." "You're not supposed to tell me that. Sisters are supposed to roll through life quietly resenting each other." Eleanor pressed a powder blue jumper down into the suitcase. Agnes pushed herself off the bed and wandered over to the bookshelves in the corner of the room. "Can I have your encyclopedia?" she asked, fingering the spine. "You can borrow it. Pass me those books on the top shelf. The Sylvia Plath, the John Fowles, To Kill a Mockingbird, and—" She peered towards the shelves, then glanced back into her suitcase. "Anything else that's thin?" Agnes gathered up the books carefully and carried them back to the bed. "I think you will miss me," she said, sitting down and swinging her legs. "I think you're going to get to London and wish I was there. Unless you're planning sexual intercourse, in which case you won't." Eleanor frowned. "You're obsessed, Agnes. You're only 13. You're supposed to be riding around on a bike, pretending it's a pony. Besides, I haven't even got a boyfriend. I rather think that comes first, don't you?" "Eleanor!" a voice shouted up from downstairs. It was their mother. "Are you packed?" "Almost." Eleanor threw the socks into the side of the suitcase and squished them down. "So strange you're leaving," said Agnes, screwing her nose up. "It's almost as if I don't quite believe it. You know Daddy cried." "He did not," said Eleanor, placing the books on top of the packed clothes. "You're making that up." "I am not. I saw him getting into his car and his face was entirely wet. You're his favourite, you know. He'll be furious he's left with me." "Nonsense," replied Eleanor, pressing down on the suitcase. "He hasn't got a favourite. In fact, I'm not entirely sure he likes either of us. Not really. Here, lend a hand. Press down on that side so I can get this shut." "I think I'll only have 1 child." Agnes pushed her full weight down onto the top of the suitcase. "That way there can be no confusion as to who I like the best. How many children do you think you'll have?" "Heaps of them," replied Eleanor. "All running around, at least 5. Press down harder, I can't get this done up." "Don't be ridiculous." Agnes pushed again. "If you have 5, you won't remember their names. You might lose one in a department store and not notice for days." "It's no good, you're going to have to sit on it. I'll put it on the floor." Agnes leaned back, and Eleanor picked up the suit.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?